Good morning, everyone, and welcome. I'm delighted to have you here today. Today, we will be exploring how herbal drugs are standardized, a crucial aspect in ensuring their safety and efficacy. This presentation is titled, How Herbal Drugs Are Standardized, by Dr. S.K. Singh, Ph.D. We'll cover the fundamentals of herbal drug standardization, the methods involved, and why it's so important for modern medicine. So, let's get started and dive into this fascinating topic. Let's start by discussing the importance of herbal drug standardization. As many of you know, herbal medicines are complex mixtures of natural constituents. This complexity is what makes standardization so crucial. Variability in plant sources can significantly impact the quality, safety, and efficacy of the final product. Imagine getting inconsistent results simply because the plant used wasn't the same as the last batch. That's where standardization plays a vital role. It helps ensure that each batch is consistent, meeting regulatory expectations and maintaining the trust of both practitioners and consumers. Regulatory agencies worldwide emphasize scientific quality control for herbal products, highlighting the need for rigorous standards. Now, moving on to the objectives of standardization. First, it's about ensuring the identity and purity of the herbal product, making sure you're getting what you expect. Second, maintaining a consistent potency so that the therapeutic effects remain reliable across different batches. Third, minimizing contamination risks, whether from pesticides, heavy metals, or microbial contaminants, to guarantee safety. Fourth, improving therapeutic reliability, meaning the medicine will perform as intended every time. And finally, standardization supports regulatory acceptance, which is essential for market approval and consumer confidence. All these points tie back to our overall goal, providing safe, effective, and consistent herbal medicines. Let's start by looking at the key focus areas when it comes to regulation. We have several important aspects. Identity, which ensures we know exactly what the herbal product is. Purity, confirming that the product is free from contaminants. Strength, indicating the potency or concentration. Quality, which encompasses the overall standards of the product. And safety, making sure it's safe for consumer use. All of these are essential for maintaining trust and efficacy in herbal medicines. Moving on, the regulatory framework for herbal drugs is quite comprehensive. It includes applicable regulatory guidelines both at the national and international levels. In India, for example, we follow the Drugs and Cosmetics Act of 1940 and its rules from 1945, which lay down the legal structure for drug regulation. The AYUSH guidelines specifically govern Ayurvedic, Unani, Siddha, and homeopathic medicines, ensuring their standards are maintained. Additionally, Schedule T focuses on good manufacturing practices, or GMP, particularly for Ayurvedic, Siddha, and Unani medicines, emphasizing quality control during production. On the international front, there are several important guidelines. The WHO provides comprehensive guidelines on herbal medicines, aiming to standardize practices globally. The ICH quality guidelines help ensure that quality standards are consistent across different regions. The European Medicines Agency, or EMA, has established herbal standards to regulate herbal products within Europe. And finally, the US FDA offers specific guidance on botanical drugs, which is crucial for companies aiming to enter the US market. Connecting all these points, it's clear that whether we're working locally or internationally, understanding and adhering to these regulatory frameworks is key to delivering safe, effective, and high-quality herbal medicines. So let's explore what herbal drug standardization actually means. First, it's about establishing consistent quality parameters for herbal drugs. This involves scientific evaluation and controlled manufacturing practices to ensure that each product meets specific quality standards. Now, the scope of standardization covers several important areas. It starts with raw material authentication, making sure the herbs used are genuine and of good quality. Then, phytochemical profiling helps us understand the chemical makeup of the herbs, which is crucial for consistency. Manufacturing controls are implemented to maintain quality throughout the production process. Analytical testing allows us to verify the herbal product's composition and purity, while stability assessment ensures that the products remain effective over time. Additionally, documentation systems play a vital role in tracking and maintaining quality standards across batches. The ultimate goal here is to make sure that every batch of herbal drug consistently meets predefined quality specifications. This consistency is key to building trust, ensuring safety, and maximizing therapeutic benefits. It ties directly into our overall theme of ensuring herbal medicines are reliable, effective, and safe for consumers. Now, let's delve into the importance of raw material standardization. Ensuring consistency begins with setting clear quality parameters. These include limits for foreign matter, which helps us determine the purity of the material. Moisture content is also critical because it affects stability and shelf life. Ash values give us an idea of the inorganic residue, indicating purity and possible contamination. Extractive values, on the other hand, tell us about the amount of active compounds that can be extracted from the raw material. Moving on to regulatory importance, correct plant identification is absolutely vital. It helps prevent substitution, adulteration, and therapeutic inconsistencies that could compromise patient safety. Authenticating herbal ingredients ensures that what we use is genuine and effective. The key activities involved in this process include botanical identification, making sure we're dealing with the right plant species. Macroscopic examination allows us to assess the material visually, while microscopic examination provides detailed cellular insights. When necessary, DNA barcoding offers a precise method for authentication, especially when morphological features are ambiguous. Lastly, organoleptic evaluation, considering taste, smell, and appearance, complements these methods, helping us confirm the identity and quality of the raw material. All these steps collectively support our goal of maintaining high standards in herbal medicine production, ensuring safety, efficacy, and consistency throughout. Let's talk about good agricultural and collection practices, or GACP, and how they influence herbal quality. When we're sourcing herbs, several factors come into play. Soil conditions are fundamental because they directly affect plant health and the active compounds. Climate variations, like temperature and humidity, also impact the growth and potency of herbs. Timing of harvest is crucial. Harvesting too early or too late can alter the quality. Plant maturity is another key factor. Harvesting at the right stage ensures maximum efficacy. The main objective here is to maintain consistency in our herbal products and to minimize contamination risks during sourcing. This is where ensuring quality at the source becomes essential. Now, according to WHO GACP requirements, proper cultivation practices are a must. We need to control the use of pesticides carefully to avoid residues. Hygienic harvesting methods are vital to prevent contamination. Traceability of plant material helps us track and verify quality throughout the supply chain. Additionally, controlled drying and storage are necessary to preserve the integrity of the herbs and prevent spoilage or contamination. All these practices work together to ensure we start with the best quality raw materials, supporting the overall goal of delivering safe, effective herbal products to consumers. Let's talk about phytochemical standardization, which is essential for ensuring the quality of herbal drugs. This involves chemical profiling, where we identify and measure the bioactive or marker compounds that give these herbs their therapeutic properties. To do this effectively, we use several common techniques. For example, thin layer chromatography, or TLC, is a simple and quick method to get an initial fingerprint of the compounds. High-performance thin layer chromatography, or HPTLC, takes this a step further with higher resolution and sensitivity. Then we have high-performance liquid chromatography, HPLC, which is one of the most precise techniques for quantifying specific compounds. Gas chromatography, or GC, is particularly useful for volatile substances, and UV spectroscopy helps us analyze compounds based on their light absorption characteristics. From a regulatory perspective, the goal is to establish characteristic fingerprints and clear specifications. This helps ensure product consistency and quality across different batches and manufacturers. Overall, these techniques and standards are crucial for maintaining the integrity of herbal medicines and supporting their safe, effective use. Now, let's talk about the standardization of herbal extracts. The main objective here is to ensure that we can reliably extract the active constituents every single time. Consistency is key, especially when we're dealing with herbal products where variability can impact efficacy and safety. When we look at process standardization, it involves several critical steps. First, we keep detailed batch manufacturing records to track every part of the process. Then, we perform in-process quality checks to catch any deviations early on. Process validation is also essential. It confirms that our methods produce consistent results over multiple runs. Equipment qualification is another vital aspect, making sure our machinery is properly installed, calibrated, and maintained. All these measures come together to control the extraction process effectively. Now, focusing on extraction parameters, these are the specific variables we need to optimize. Solvent selection is crucial because it affects how well we can extract the desired compounds. Temperature control is equally important, as too high or too low temperatures can alter the extract's composition. Extraction time must be carefully managed to ensure maximum yield without degradation. Concentration methods and yield consistency are also critical, as they directly impact the potency and reproducibility of the final product. Overall, by standardizing both the process and the parameters, we can produce herbal extracts that are consistent, reliable, and of high quality, aligning with our overarching goal of delivering safe and effective herbal therapies. Now, let's talk about quality control testing. This is a critical part of ensuring that our products meet the necessary standards before they reach consumers. First, there's the regulatory requirement, which states that products must comply with predefined specifications prior to release. This means that every batch we produce needs to be thoroughly checked to confirm it meets safety and quality criteria. Next, we have contaminant testing. We test for heavy metals, pesticide residues, aflatoxins, and residual solvents. These contaminants can pose serious health risks, so it's essential to identify and eliminate them. Ensuring these are within acceptable limits helps protect consumers and maintains our product integrity. Moving on to the testing parameters for herbal drugs, we look at both physical and chemical tests and microbiological testing. Physical and chemical tests include measuring the pH, moisture content, ash values, and the assay of marker compounds. These parameters help us verify the consistency, potency, and quality of herbal medicines. On the microbiological side, we conduct total microbial count and pathogen testing to ensure safety. We also set limits for yeast and molds, which can spoil products or cause health issues. By diligently performing these tests, we confirm that our herbal products are both safe and effective for consumers, aligning with our overall goal of quality excellence. Let's take a closer look at stability studies, which are a crucial part of ensuring our products maintain their quality over time. First, we have the stability conditions, which include both accelerated and long-term studies. Accelerated studies are conducted under stress conditions to predict how the product might degrade faster, giving us early insights. Long-term studies, on the other hand, are done under normal storage conditions to confirm the product's shelf life. We also perform real-time stability studies, which are essential for confirming the product's behavior throughout its actual shelf life. Now, when we evaluate stability, we focus on key parameters such as potency to ensure the active ingredients remain effective, appearance to check for any physical changes, moisture content which can affect stability, and microbial limits to guarantee safety. From a regulatory perspective, manufacturers are required to establish scientifically justified expiry periods based on these stability data. This process helps us ensure the product's shelf life is both safe and effective for consumers. The main purpose of stability testing is to determine the product's shelf life, assess physical and chemical stability, and evaluate microbial stability. All these aspects are vital to delivering a safe, effective, and reliable product to the market. In this slide, we're focusing on GMP compliance in herbal manufacturing, which is absolutely vital for maintaining product quality and safety. First, let's talk about why regulatory importance is so critical. GMP compliance helps us ensure that every product we make is consistent, traceable, and safe for consumers. It's about creating trust and meeting legal standards. Next, we look at the key quality assurance elements. Implementing standard operating procedures, or SOPs, is fundamental because it standardizes our processes. Change control is about managing any modifications carefully to prevent unintended effects. Deviation management helps us identify and address any departures from established procedures promptly. CAPA systems, or corrective and preventive actions, are crucial for continuously improving our processes and preventing issues before they happen. Now, the role of good manufacturing practices ties all of this together. It's a comprehensive approach to ensure every step in manufacturing aligns with quality and safety standards. Moving on to Schedule T GMP requirements, these are specific standards we need to meet. Having qualified personnel ensures that skilled and knowledgeable staff oversee production. Hygienic facilities are essential to prevent contamination. Proper documentation systems keep our records accurate and traceable, which is critical in case of audits or investigations. Cleaning procedures are vital to maintain hygiene and prevent cross-contamination. And finally, regular equipment maintenance ensures that machinery functions correctly and consistently, supporting the overall quality of our herbal products. All these elements work together to uphold the integrity of our manufacturing process, and ultimately, the safety of the herbal products we bring to market. Let's talk about regulatory focus and how reliable documentation plays a crucial role in supporting product quality and ensuring inspection readiness. When we say reliable documentation, we mean having accurate and complete records that stand up to scrutiny during audits or inspections. This ties directly into data integrity principles, which are the foundation of good documentation practices. Key principles include maintaining accurate records, making contemporaneous entries, meaning recording information as it happens, ensuring traceability so we can follow data back to its source, and maintaining a solid audit trail that shows the history of all changes and entries. Now, when we focus on documentation and data integrity, we're emphasizing that these principles are not just about compliance, they're about building trust in our data and processes. Proper documentation ensures that all data is trustworthy and that we can demonstrate compliance with regulatory requirements. Speaking of requirements, let's review some of the essential documents we need to keep up to date and well-maintained. Batch manufacturing records are critical. They document every step of the production process. Standard operating procedures, or SOPs, are the backbone of consistent operations. Analytical reports and stability reports provide data on product quality and shelf life. Supplier qualification records help us verify the sources of our raw materials. All of these documents are integral to ensuring that our product meets quality standards and regulatory expectations. In essence, thorough and accurate documentation isn't just about record keeping. It's about safeguarding product quality, supporting regulatory compliance, and ultimately, protecting patient safety. Let's take a closer look at some of the common challenges we face in herbal drug standardization. One major difficulty is the natural variability of plant materials. Plants grown in different environments or seasons can have quite different chemical profiles, which makes standardization tricky. Another key issue is that herbal products often contain multiple active constituents, and identifying and quantifying each of them can be complex. We also lack universal reference standards that can be applied across different herbal products, which adds to the inconsistency. Adulteration risks are another concern. Unfortunately, some products may be contaminated or intentionally diluted, compromising safety and efficacy. Plus, seasonal and geographical variations can significantly affect the quality and potency of herbal materials, making it harder to ensure consistent products. On the technical side, herbal matrices are quite complex, which challenges our analytical methods. Limited validated analytical techniques are available for some herbs, so developing reliable tests is an ongoing process. Additionally, the stability of phytochemicals can vary over time or under different storage conditions, further complicating standardization efforts. Addressing these challenges highlights the industry's need for continuous scientific advancement. We must keep improving our methods and understanding to develop better standardization practices, ensuring herbal products are safe, effective, and consistent for consumers. When we look at strategic advantage, one key aspect is how technology-driven quality systems are transforming the herbal product industry. They not only improve the quality, but also help increase global acceptance, making these products more trustworthy worldwide. Moving to future regulatory trends, we're seeing a strong push toward harmonizing standards across different regions, which simplifies compliance and boosts international trade. Risk-based quality management is becoming essential, allowing companies to focus resources on the most critical aspects of safety and efficacy. Enhanced pharmacovigilance systems are also crucial, helping us monitor and ensure the safety of herbal products even after they reach consumers. Real-time release testing is another game changer, enabling faster and more reliable quality assessments without lengthy delays. In terms of emerging technologies, standardization is evolving with modern approaches. This means more precise and consistent quality control mechanisms, which is vital for herbal products' integrity. Now, let's talk about advanced technologies. These are really pushing the boundaries of what we can do. DNA fingerprinting, for example, helps us verify plant species accurately, ensuring authenticity. Metabolomics allows us to analyze the complete chemical profile of herbal materials, giving a comprehensive understanding of their quality. Chromatographic fingerprinting creates detailed chemical maps that serve as unique identifiers for different herbal products. AI-based quality monitoring leverages artificial intelligence to detect variations and predict potential issues early on. Finally, digital traceability systems are making supply chains more transparent, enabling us to track products from source to consumer seamlessly. All these technologies are interconnected, reinforcing our overall goal: to improve herbal product quality, safety, and acceptance globally. In summary, the key learnings we've discussed highlight how herbal drug standardization is crucial for ensuring that products are consistent, safe, and effective for consumers. It's not just about quality control. It directly impacts the trust and credibility of herbal medicines worldwide. Regulatory compliance plays a vital role here, requiring robust quality systems and validated analytical methods to meet international standards. Authenticating raw materials and adhering to good manufacturing practices, or GMP, are critical steps to prevent contamination and ensure product integrity. Phytochemical profiling, which involves analyzing the chemical constituents, supports batch-to-batch consistency, giving us confidence in the product's reliability. Additionally, emerging technologies are continuously advancing our ability to strengthen herbal quality assurance, making these processes more precise and efficient. Finally, the overarching message is clear. Scientific standardization, strict regulatory compliance, and ongoing quality improvements are essential. These elements collectively help establish the global credibility of herbal medicines and ensure their therapeutic reliability for patients everywhere. Let's take a moment to look at the references that underpin the standards and practices we've discussed. First, we have the WHO Guidelines on Good Agricultural and Collection Practices, or GACP, which provide essential directions for ensuring quality right from the cultivation and harvesting stages. Then, there's the Drugs and Cosmetics Act of 1940, a foundational legal framework that regulates the manufacturing and safety of herbal medicines in many regions. Moving on, Schedule T outlines Good Manufacturing Practices, or GMP, specifically tailored for Ayurvedic, Siddha, and Unani medicines, often referred to as ASU medicines, ensuring they meet quality standards before reaching consumers. The WHO also offers quality control methods for herbal materials, which are vital for standardizing testing and ensuring consistency across different herbal products. In addition, we have the International Conference on Harmonization, or ICH, quality guidelines, which promote harmonization of technical standards globally to facilitate safe and effective herbal medicines. The US FDA provides detailed botanical drug development guidance, outlining the regulatory pathway for botanical products in the United States, and the European Medicines Agency, or EMA, offers herbal monographs that serve as authoritative references for herbal substances used within the European Union. All these references collectively help us understand the global landscape of herbal medicine regulation, quality assurance, and best practices. They form the backbone of how we ensure safety, efficacy, and consistency in herbal products worldwide. For further support, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're here to help you implement what you've learned today or answer any questions you might have. Just contact us through the information provided. And with that, I want to thank you all for your time and attention. It's been a pleasure sharing this information with you, and I look forward to seeing how you apply it in your own work. Thank you again.